All giggity, and we are back. And y'all know I wasn't finna let this one go. So we got Trick Daddy, we got India Arie, we got Young Miami, and we got the song Spin That. India Arie has something to say about the song. Trick Daddy has something to say about India Arie. The community got something to say about everything. I'm Jay Lava. I scour the internet so that you don't have to. So we got all the perspectives today. I'm finna go ahead and roll that music real quick. Wait for these notifications to come, and then we back in here. Y'all ready? Let's do it then.
Yeah.
Yiggity, you know what's up, man. So let's just get right into it. This is what India Arie had to say about the whole thing. Then we're gonna go to Trick Daddy.
Saying it's just a song. Well, if there are a lot of people who are saying it's just a song. Well, if that's what you think, enjoy. But what I know is that music has power. But of course, I have used that power to help some people, and I have traveled around this world twice, and I see the impact of what we export out of the Black American experience to the rest of the world.
Yep.
Longer story for another time. I was also in the blogs because I made comments about Clive Davis, and I said, watch what kind of stories you're going to see coming out about him. I saw my record deal when I was 22 years old. And so I learned about human nature through the lens of the music industry, so I got a full hot dose of all of it.
So India Arie just dropped a video talking about her statements regarding Young Miami's Spend That. She's clearing up exactly what she meant, and she's also doubling down. She also brings up Clive Davis and what she thinks about him and her personal experience, and she also talks about industry sabotage and people that made her career really hard.
I don't need to go into my story because people have far worse stories than me. I called my experiences with Clive Davis an irritation, and it was an irritation. But I have stories. And that's why I decided to make this video today, because the record label executive that I did that album under, is the one and only I did with this executive, was honored the other day at the BET Awards. I don't need to say her name. You can go find her name. You know who she is if you watch the BET Awards. And she did things to me that were so hurtful and so offensive. And I go into that in the longer Substack video. But what really happened in that era was coercion. That's how I know what coercion is. I know a version of it, because coercion is when somebody puts you, why is my rap doing this? Coercion is when somebody puts you in a situation where you have to decide if you're gonna destroy everything, destroy yourself, or do what they're telling you to do. And I signed to Motown under a different record label executive. So when they kicked him out, I had to stay with her. And so all the things that me and this other record label executive had planned, I had to recalibrate.
Now that's a little backstory of how she was talking. This is pretty much more to the point.
Let's talk about the easy one first. It is being wrongly reported that I think we should boycott this song of the summer. I'm not going to tell you what it is because I refuse to sing that song, but either you know what it is or you don't. And if you don't, you can go find it. It's very easy. But I don't think we should boycott. What I want is to see people understand the power of words and music and to make choices that are healthy for them. That's what I want. Do I think it matters what I want for people? No. I have finally learned that it doesn't matter, and that there's no amount of sacrificing my life force energy that is going to make anybody want anything better for themselves. All I can do is emanate what I emanate, stand for what I stand for, and hope that it reaches who it's meant to reach.
I stand with
And that's it. And that's all I'm going to do. And so my comment makes it very clear that I don't think we should boycott. My comment is tantamount to everybody doesn't want the same thing.
Right.
And there are a lot of people who are saying it's just a song. Well, if that's what you think, enjoy. But what I know is that music has power.
Exactly.
But of course, I have used that power to help some people. And I have traveled around this world twice. I wanted to come and talk about these things.
I think, look, first of all, we'll just get it on out there where I stand with it. I think anybody coming against Sister Queen Mother India Arie is tripping. And man, I got both sides of the pendulum, because I'm sorry, but the Bird family is squawking real loud right now. And I know we got a lot of sisters on the channel, and I would hope to think that if you watching me, we ain't with that. It's more than a song. It's more than all. It's way more than that. And it's not necessarily Young Miami herself, but it is though. Because when you think about who she is and what she represents get tinkled on. Y'all glorifying somebody who said they like to get tinkled on. I got 3 girls, so I'm a little biased in this little whole thing. And I tell them and I check them. I don't allow no housewives or nothing in what they do on their own time, but you will not be watching that, and you will not be listening to that garbage up around me. And that's just the way it is. The foot gotta get put down somewhere. And guess what? I'm the man, I'm teaching and I'm leading, and I'm not teaching and leading you down that path. You're gonna have some standards around me on some India Arie tip. Not saying that she an angel and all, but we talk about night and day here when we talk about India Arie and we talk about Young Miami. But here go Trick Daddy though. Here you go. Check it out, y'all. This is one I can find with the least amount of cursing in it.
It's insane. Like, this is actually the argument. Everybody who's defending this shit, like, they saying the same exact thing Trick Daddy saying. They saying this dumb shit.
We've been talking negativity in every song since before I even started doing music, and I've been doing it mother 30 years.
Yo, we've been doing this ignorant shit for years now. Miami song is where we draw the line. Yo, knock it the fuck off. What? We embrace ignorance that much. This is the argument. We've been doing it that long. Like, just shut the fuck up now. Like, let it be. All you crazy and Dennis females jumping on here. Yo, y'all don't say nothing because Jay-Z and all of them. And who your favorite? My favorite rappers was Jay-Z and Nas. The difference is growth. Yeah, they talked about all the ignorant shit and all that at the time when they was kids.
Right.
23, 25, 20, in their 20s. Now it's elevation in their 40s and 50s. It's nothing but elevation. You listen to Jay albums, it's elevation. Nas is elevation. That's what had me mad when Jay went backwards and talked about stabbing 30 years ago. Like, what are you doing? You going backwards. Right. But Young Miami been in the game 10 years. No growth, no elevation. Just suck my tung-tung. Like my tung-tung. Pay me for my tung-tung. Like, all she teaching girls is get tinkled on, like golden showers. Cardi B got like 3 kids. No growth. No elevation. Nope. She's still talking about suck my tung-tung and shaking ass. With 3 kids later, no growth. Nothing to teach these girls. Nothing to teach these young girls. Once they lock themselves in a character, they be scared to step out that character. Like they locked in. Like you can never change. Like change ain't good.
Right.
It's the same mentality in the hood, dudes. Yo, man, I'm a real nigga for life, you heard? Like I'm banging for life. With a decision he made at 16, you joined the game at 16, and you 50, and you talking about, man, this game for life. You was a kid when you made that decision, boy.
You big
like
dummy.
This is where we at with it. It's okay to change, grow. Malcolm X, he carried guns, sold drugs, pimped women, did all the unthinkable. And he grew, he changed.
Yeah.
Change is good. It's okay to change.
I'm glad he brought up Malcolm X. I feel the same way, man. I ain't always been this way. I think at some point we all change and get better. But My thing is, ain't nobody thinking about the kids, and everybody wants to scapegoat the accountability. That's what I don't like. So I'm finna let y'all hear, you know, I'm gonna let y'all hear these different opinions, and I'm gonna try to let them play through, but y'all already know how I do this. To Keep It Pete podcast. If I got something to say, I'm gonna stop it, just like that.
Everybody is full of it. I'm not canceling Young Miami, and I'm definitely not canceling the song. I feel like everybody is allowed to have their opinions. You can like the song, you cannot like the song, but guess what? Nobody's holding a gun to your head to say listen to it. Nobody's holding a gun to your head saying go boost, go scam people. And guess what? It's your job to make sure that your kids don't become scammers.
Yeah, but you know what? See, nah, I don't agree with that. I just don't agree with that. Like, we ain't got no responsibility to protect our youth from stuff. I don't agree with that. I don't agree with that at all. Nah, I think that's escape. That's bull. That's bull is what it is. I can't I can't I can't not want my kids to be bombarded by BS messages. Like, and then listen, we ain't talking about no identity politics. Yeah, you could, in the same breath, you could say you don't care what nobody think about you. But then in the same breath, you can't be like you don't care what people think about you if that's what you putting out. Come on now. Just like you can't make a post on social media about something and expect somebody not to say something about your post, good or bad. You put it out there. So when we talk about this negative stigma and how black women are not protected and everybody looks at black women a certain kind of way, now you want the kids talking about scamming and scheming? Nah, I'm not cool with that. You ain't never finna make me cool with that. Nope, I'm just not finna do it. Because let's keep it 100. Most of us wouldn't even be smoking weed like that if it wasn't for like Dr. Dre and the Chronic and Snoop Dogg and Scarface Let Me Roll and when the East is in the house, the Philly blunts. I left my Philly at home. Do you have another? I want to get blunted. What's that? What's blunted? What's Swishers? Then we went and found out. So you saying that? Come on, man. I don't, on these young impressionable minds, y'all saying like we don't just got no responsibility. I ain't trying to hear that. I'm just not trying to hear that, and I'm gonna take a hard line on that. But go ahead.
It's your job to make sure that you teach them right from wrong.
We do.
But guess what? I'm not going to act like the reality of scamming is not there, that the reality of stealing and boosting is not there.
It is, but nobody glorified. That was an underground hood service that helped many people out on school. But you know how much stuff I used to get from boosters back in the day to go to school with? Nobody's condemning them. Hell, I'd be the last one to talk. Nobody's condemning them, but glorifying it though? I'm big enough to say glorifying weed in music wasn't cool. Nowhere near cool. Wasn't nothing cool about it. Glorifying hustling in music wasn't cool. That put a lot of people in jail. Because you are what you consume. People try to act like you don't get these subliminal messages and you don't subconsciously act out these things in your day-to-day life from the stuff that you consume. Stop acting like that. Where are we getting at? And it ain't nothing to be proud of at all. Hey, listen. I do my part as an adult. When there's kids around, I'm not playing no bullshit. I don't know what they parents do. Matter of fact, I'm checking parents. I'm checking parents on how they talk to their kids. I'm checking adults on how they talk to kids. I ain't trying to poison the kids' minds with no BS when we don't have to. Why can't they just be kids? That's almost just like criminalizing them as adults like other people do. Can we let them be kids? Can we let them be unmolested? Jeez Louise. But go on.
Shit, white people are the biggest scammers in this country. There's more white people on food.
We ain't talking about them though. See? And that's the same. See? I hate that little dodge of accountability. We ain't talking about that. We talking about a song, and it didn't have to be Young Miami. I clown Sexy Red. Man, please, don't nobody want to hear no Sexy. We did the same thing with every time we don't agree. We did it with WAP. We did it with Nicki Minaj. We do it every time. People just want an excuse to be on the ratchetness. And I think it's time out for that shit. I think it's time out. I think we already, okay, so we're going to sit up here and act like we don't know people leading our music in a certain way. But then you okay with it too? Like, nah, you know that they feeding us the BS. So you just going to consume it? That's like one thing you don't have to do. You don't have to participate in the BS. But hold on, there's more. There's a lot of people, man. Y'all gonna be surprised by these comments.
Stamps than anybody else. How is that? You want to cancel something, just say you want to cancel hip-hop in general. That's what it sounds like. Because from my knowledge, when I was growing up, I heard Lil' Kim talk about.
We heard a lot, and this is that other stupid argument that I keep hearing. We was the crash dummies. We didn't know better. We didn't know what the effects was going to be. Now we got 20, 30 years of 50 years of research on hip hop. Come on now. We now know that we was all influenced by the stuff we was listening to. At the little parties, freaking on each other, body rocking, knocking the boots, all that. We was influenced by all that. True indeed, there was a lot more variety back in the day. You can choose your conscious or your gangster and mix the two. I'm a product of that. Both of them. I love East Coast, love West Coast, I love down South, I love Midwest. I love bass music in Miami. I love Texas music. I love it all. Cuckoo Cow. I'm talking about Top Authority. I'm talking about, I love it all. But there was variety. We can't sit up here and act like we ain't getting fed the most garbages of music ever. He said, no, we ain't too far gone. Cause it's a lot of us on code. I'm finna show y'all that we ain't we ain't too far gone. This is just this chick. Trust me, it's just her. Matter of fact, hold on. No, brother. Hold on, because we got some sensible women's out here.
I said I wasn't going to spend no energy on this. However, what we're not going to do, what we are not going to do is come for Miss Queen India Arie. Like, we're just not going to do that.
Nope.
I don't know if it's a critical thinking or, lack of just intellectualism, or people are just literally just not missing the point and not understanding that two things can be true at the same time as it pertains to Spin That, the Young Miami record, and what India Arie had to say. The first argument that I want to address is people saying that it's just music. It ain't that deep. That's never the case, okay? This is coming from somebody that has been in the industry, the music business, 20 years now, okay? At different levels of it, but at the highest levels of actually promoting the records that you hear on the radio. There is so much intentionality that goes into what is put out into our communities. It's it's intentional. It's never just music. It's never just about a catchy song. Never.
Exactly.
Never. Absolutely never. Don't believe me? I need you to research the drill music movement in Chicago and see all the mess that was happening and how these white record label executives were pushing.
She was cooking too. Was that the end of her video? Dang, I thought it was longer than that. But hold on, fam. No. You know I'm loaded, right? And I'm here to tell you that there is large, and I mean huge pushback on that from not only the female.
India Arie ain't told no lies.
That's right.
Young Miami's song "Spin That" is promoting scamming culture.
Yes.
It is promoting reckless behavior by young black men and young women.
Yes.
India Arie has always been this way. She has always called it out.
Come on.
Always. She said the mass acceptance of the song itself is a crystal clear sign of the bigger problem. I finally realized that not everybody wants to get free, and it is a very rude awakening.
Yeah.
Now, someone says that I'm calling for a boycott of Young Miami's song "Spin It." I believe it is degrading to our culture, and at some point we have to take a serious power music has over our perception and the values it enforces. This can't be the song of the summer.
Come on, nah. We out here. Nah, I got faith in us, fam. Nah, it's hella pushback, man. Hella.
But guess what it is? Because the young culture don't care. That's the sad part about it. India Arie says, I spent my entire adult life caring way too much because I finally learned that not everybody cares. With a capital C. And explaining it to them is not going to make them care. Everything you listen to, see, or eat is going to influence you. So make wise choices, y'all. That's all she said. That's all she said. But you know, the reality is that those same young black women and men that are probably mad at India Arie for calling out what she called out were mad at Felicia Rashad. Those young black women were on Twitter, all over social media, on TikTok, calling Felicia Rashad a bird.
Right.
Because she told young black women to have more self-respect.
Felicia Rashad, the baddest black woman alive. The gold standard of sophistication. Y'all snapped on Felicia Rashad. Come on now. And she got the same birthday as me. And she a Gemini. Come on now.
Respect for themselves. Come on, man. What are we doing?
What are we doing?
When are we going to take the accountability that if we want to promote change within our community, that it must start from us and we can't depend on any other group to help us do that?
Come on, nah.
Until we're ready to have that conversation, I'm afraid that we will not get there. India Arie ain't told no lies.
Man, did he bust? Man, come on now. We out here. We got some sensible folks out here, fam. We got some brothers is really speaking up. Brothers is really speaking up.
There are some stubborn older women out there, no doubt about it. But then the other stuff he's saying, he really just jumped out there on that. But when it comes to the overall conversation, and I would tell like Trick Daddy and everybody this, bro, rap, hip hop got some negative stuff to it. I love the culture, man. That's what I jam. I ain't jamming nothing but street, get money, get fly, run up a bag, all type of music like that. But I'm not gonna tell somebody like India Arie that she is wrong when she coming out here speaking the truth. Because of the simple fact, when it comes to her, she came in the game this way. Her biggest song that I knew of was Video, which is a classic, and she's pushing the complete opposite from 20-some years ago, when she like, hey, love yourself as a black woman. Be natural. If you ain't got to have your hair done every day. Yeah. Be pure in who you are. You ain't got to try to be the typical video shoot girl. Like, she been pushing that. She been standing on that. So I can't even say, like, she jumping out there. Now, Trick Daddy didn't say her name directly. But when you jump in this conversation right here, you most definitely is talking to her because she the one that kicked it off, whether you intending to or not. She's the one that kicked this conversation off. And I can't come on here and tell her she wrong when I know that the stuff is true. People can call me a hypocrite. People can say, oh, this and that, bro. I know what I listen to, and I know the stuff that come with the music that I'm talking to, that I'm into and things like that. But at the same time, if somebody telling me right, I'm still not gonna stop listening to what I'm listening to. But hey, I'll tell you, you know what? You right. I got to wear that. It just is what it is. She entitled to her opinion. But I seen like Young Miami producer, they took India Arie video song and mixed it in with the spin that. I said, oh, they going all the way down through there now. But India Arie, she is one who's been pushing that. She didn't just wait till Young Miami said this. This has always been her message in her music, just with the soul and the vibe, the brown and black, just the brown skin, black woman, all that. She been pressing that line. So I got to sit up there and keep it 1,000. I got to respect it. Just keep it at 100. And I do understand that, yes, dog, music is not the only negative influence. I want that to be clear out here, bro.
Right.
It be negative influences on social media, influences from the environment, influences that came from movies, poverty, all that. Music, they try to dump it all off on music. Is music influential? Yes. But it ain't just the music that stir people to do wrong. And let's be clear, y'all. Majority of the people and black people in the community, because Young Miami song is scamming and stuff.
I agree.
They not scammers, dog. You know what I'm saying? We got to keep this all the way on. Majority of the black people in the community get up and go to work every day. But when somebody coming out here speaking the real, I got to say it. Hey, because I know hers is coming from a genuine place. Because that's what she been pushing. That's what she been standing on. It's ain't like she just waited till the day to come out here with this type of mentality. It just got picked up like that. But, you know, people going to feel how they feel about it. I got to come keep it 100. I love rap. I'm going to keep jamming rap. I'll be outside living. I'm pulling up the spots, turned up. I'm not putting on spin that Young Miami at all, but you know, I'm gonna be riding, vibing to what I vibe to. And some of it is negative, some of the times I'm on my just regular spitting hip hop vibes. But hey, it come with it when somebody's speaking the real. I ain't gonna tell them they wrong, man. Got to keep it all the way 1,000. Tell me what y'all think.
You said it right, bro. You know, yeah, the two things can be true at one time, man. You can know that you participating in BS and it's cool and you can mentally handle it. But when are you thinking about the children? You're right, Southern Breeze, man. If you play that, if you jamming that in the car with your kids, you really don't love them like that. Like y'all seen that water experiment where you say the nice things to the water and the plant grow and all that. You come on, man. Let's stop acting like we ain't got access to all of this information, man. I'm even treating kids in my community the same way. I'm not banging that. I drive Uber and Lyft too. Somebody get in with their kids. I'm definitely changing it to something kid friendly. I'm just doing that. I'm not finna be banging the this, that, and the other in them children's ear. It's just not. And I'm not finna sit up here and criticize rap music, because if y'all ain't heard no death metal, oh my God. Talk about the music that makes you actually want to go unalive somebody. Death metal got the title to that. So you should be going to listen what Lil Timmy and them listening to. That is rage-inducing hate music, for real, for real. You wonder why they be... Anyway, that's a different video. But the sisters is clowning this. Come on now.
Imagine being this stupid. Trick Daddy looked like a real life human version of an amoeba with a swollen. No, not even an amoeba. He do kind of look like that too, but he also looked like a cadaver. He looked like a cadaver that has been brought back to life but didn't regain his full human live form. You know what I'm saying? Being alive, get your flush in your cheeks, and you know what I'm saying, make it look like a real person instead of a dead body. Trick Daddy, cadaver, face, body, having ass. Gonna have the nerve to insult India Arie by saying that she's just hating on Young Miami because Young Miami looks better than her. First of all, Young Miami don't even look like Young Miami, because you know she's had work done, because all them hip hop hoes have had work done. So we don't know what none of them look like. Let's just get that out the way right there. But I told y'all that the black community was very gynocentric, and that's why we failed, because women
and feminist talking points, feminist thinking, all that, it's not supposed to lead a community. Women are way too volatile in our emotions, honey. We up, we down, we here, we there. And India Arie has never said anything bad about black men. So imagine this, a black man denigrated the black woman in this scenario who speaks positively about black men, while simultaneously supporting and giving kudos to the woman who is always speaking negatively about black men, always reducing them down to tricks, always saying they ain't ish and all this type of stuff. That's the woman that he gives the credit to. So when I come up here and I speak about this level of stupidity, I come with receipts.
Damn, she brought, man. Come now, I can't say that. Hey, now. The sisters is speaking up too now. I was finna play this one video, but she cursing a little bit too much. And I told y'all I'm trying to change a little. I've been debating on whether I want to play, because she represents that mentality, that real bird brain mentality, but she also squawking like one too, which is just crazy. In this one too, she over here got all the curse words and all of that too. I can't do that. But let me go ahead to the bros real quick, because I ain't even gonna do that to y'all ears.
So there's been a lot of controversy over this Young Miami spin that song, right? And I just want to speak my piece on it. All right, so first, I'm not gonna sit there in front. Yes, the message of the song is wild. It is. There's no getting around it. There's no defending it. It is bad. But I am going to say this. Yes, the kids shouldn't be singing that. Just like we shouldn't have been singing these songs. I mean, the cycle continues. You mean to tell me you should have been singing Uchi Wale at your age? So y'all really going to tell me y'all wasn't out here as a kid in the backseat sitting there talking about somebody rocking, knocking the boots? Y'all wasn't?
We was. Does that make it okay? What's the definition of insanity, bro? Repeating the same actions over again, expecting a different result. So we know the result of the bullshit that we shouldn't have been doing, and so we just let them do it because we did it. I don't get people's arguments.
Y'all know y'all lying. But see, here's also the thing. We ain't know the world we was talking about. Just like these kids don't. You know what's gonna happen with these kids? More than likely, they're gonna grow up. They're going to play this song like, hey, you remember this song? And then you know what they're going to say to themselves? We ain't had no business listening to this song when we was we ain't had no business listening.
Why not be preventative? And you underestimating the intelligence of kids nowadays. They know shit. They know a lot of shit. What are you talking about? I don't, we all different. Yeah, we choosing to end the trial. Yeah, like at what people say, what's their little saying? It's been coming out a lot in this. It's not that serious, it's not that really big of a deal. But I'm just saying, at what point do we start making stuff a big deal? At what point do we just well, obviously, some of us, like me and others, you know what I'm saying, that because there's more. I still got the faith. We pushing back, but we got these people who still just want to dodge accountability. Like, just because we did it, we can let them do it too. And nah, bruh.
Listening to this song when we was younger, just like we did. It happens all the time. We're going to see things we weren't supposed to see. We're going to listen to things we weren't supposed to listen to. I'm not trying to defend it at all. I'm just saying, like.
But you actually are kind of defending it at all, because you're giving it a pass, because you saying it's an oxymoron, bro. You can't sit up here and say we did it and saying it's going to happen, because it doesn't have to happen, because you could stop it. If you know it was harmful, why continue the cycle?
Let's calm down. Like, let's just chill a little bit. A lot of these kids is going to think of this like a fun song to sing. And they're going to go on about their business. And like I said, I ain't saying the messaging is positive. It is not. But a messaging in a lot of things aren't positive.
here we go with that dodging accountability. We ain't talking about other messages, fool. We talking about this one and this song. Man, that really chaps my hide when people continue, like, even when I'm having a conversation, like, especially with my kids. Like, I talk to my daughter, and she's one of the most accountable females I know, because I will not let them slide with that bullshit. Like, maybe I'm like that because I used to get my ass whooped for talking about what my homeboy did it too. Your homeboy just got your ass whooped. You gotta think for yourself. Maybe that's why I'm such an asshole and such a lead, just how I am. Because what do you mean? Because they did it. We ain't talking about them. We talking about you, and you finna suffer this ass whooping consequences for not thinking for yourself, following the group. Man, sometimes you look back and be like, damn, them ass whoopings wasn't so bad. Shit. Shout out to Pops. For real. Shout out to my dad. He wasn't having that shit. I could never. The first couple times that shit happened, boy, it never happened again. People I was the outlier of the homies. I was always the different one because I had that discipline thought when I didn't think for myself and make decisions. It looked like a lot of people didn't get that, and I understand. But me personally, like, nah, fam, accountability, got to take that.
This just happens to be the popular, catchy song that people want to latch on to and say, horrible. What message is it sending to the kids?
This ain't. We do that people like me do that every song. We're never going to be okay with the popular, catchy song that's the dregs of society. We're never going to be okay with that. After what we've been through, this is what I'm saying. Like, no, this is that cognitive dissonance. This is not even putting 2 and 2 together. You ain't added up nothing, bruh. And I don't know this brother personally. I'm just speaking about his mind frame and how he was relating to this situation. And I'm like, where's comprehension? Like, subject A was affected by B. Now subject C is affected by B as well. We know B's the problem. Let's get B up out of there. How about that? Happy Sunday. What up? Come on, bro.
Now, I ain't going to get too deep and be like, well, what message are you sending to your kids? Like, are you living the lifestyle that, that it's okay in front of your kids? Or are you giving them trauma that they're going to have to deal with in therapy?
So what you mean? So allowing them to sing something that they would get in trouble or go to jail for is not sending mixed messages? Why would you let them sing a tune about something they can't even do? Aren't you kind of like telling them to do it or saying it's okay? I don't get it. Am I tripping, y'all? I don't get this part of the conversation where it's like everybody just seemed like it's okay to trample on these little kids' subconscious.
In about 20 years. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, like, if you don't want to listen to it, doggone Rhapsody got an album coming out and she released a single. Tierra Whack, she just dropped something. You know what I'm saying? Like, you have so many.
Everything but don't make the bullshit music. Okay, I'm getting a theme here. Please don't stop making the bullshit. I need the bullshit. I want the bullshit. Regardless to how the bullshit affects anybody else in the community, keep the bullshit coming. Okay. Cool. Men, they sound enough. What this brother got to say? Shout out to Get It out the pot.
Understand that no disrespect towards India Arie will be tolerated over here. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You look like a bunch of raccoons, like 6 of them just looked at your face and you opened up the fucking trash can and they saw you and they just jumped out on your face and bit you in all different parts and just started hanging off your shit. You know what I'm saying? You start swinging around. Get them off my face, Trina. Help me, Trina. You look like a bunch of assassin bugs just sat on your face and started farting on your shit. And the acid that come out their ass just left craters in your face, bro. You know what I'm saying? Your face look like a fucking cockroach bat. A dead, bent up cockroach. Matter of fact, I'm gonna show you what your face look like, nigga. Y'all see Trick Daddy? That's Trick Daddy, right?
The hold up. But the sad part is he had a roach reference real quick. That's crazy. Cuz got the roach reference right there in-house with the smoke alarm.
Bent up looking dirty. Certain things just need to just, like, don't be sad, bro. Niggas ain't need to hear you, bro. You know what India Arie represents? You know what this woman represents, son? This woman represents love.
Right.
If you listen to any of her tracks, you know what it is. You know what I'm saying? What she stands for. How dare your underbaked chocolate cake face try to talk down or talk about if you look like me. Nigga, she don't look nothing like you. Bro, Young Miami, I ain't even gonna come at you like, you know, you made a track. You know what I'm saying? You made a track. Unfortunately, your track is just like, it's too realistic to what's actually going on. And it's like, you didn't make it from a place of like, I'm gonna make this song, but I'm gonna teach y'all too.
Right.
You feel me? You made this song like, go to the club, have fun, keep doing it.
Right.
Keep doing it, don't stop. Like, that's like the times that we in right now.
Yeah.
We ain't need a track like that. You know what I'm saying? Bad enough how we look in the public as people, as a culture. You know what I'm saying? Like, but you did your thing, bro. It is what it is.
Listen, I thought this one was very interesting because Willie D has made some of the most hardcorest ghetto music ever. Like, boy, if you listen to that old Ghetto Boys album, boy, they was saying some stuff on there, okay? But listen to his perspective, though. Listen to what Willie D say. Who done did it?
It's not like they're picking on Young Miami.
Right.
Is that she went in there and created a monster, and she have to be held accountable for what she says.
Right.
Right? Just like I was held accountable for what I said back in the gap.
Come on.
I can speak on this because I have a unique experience with this exact same thing. When we put out Mind of a Lunatic, where we spoke in a cautionary manner, where we were talking about, you know, these psychotic characters and stuff. Tipper Gore, Dita Lois Tucker, and Dionne Warwick, they didn't like it, and they were vocal about it. It's not like they're picking on Young Miami. It's that she went in there and created a monster, and she have to be held accountable for what she says.
Period. God, man. Nobody. What is? See, that's what I'm saying, man. You when you talking to men that be held accountable for everything they do and don't get no passes for nothing, we like, nah, man. You got to hold this L, shorty. You got to hold this L. This is real talk right here. Come on now, you can't be. I done did a video about Willie D being off code, and I said what I said, and that's it. That don't mean I don't respect. Listen, when you say what it needs to be said, it is what it is, man. It is what it is. But check this out, though. Now I might disagree with the bonnet that she portrays a lot, but I'm still following her. I'm gonna still hit that like button. But when you write, you're right. This is what I'm talking about.
You want to know something? every time people get up here and we talk about the toxic rappers or the toxic entertainers, everybody want to, well, not everybody, but the underdeveloped hood boogers will talk about, well, this artist in the past did this, and we have not grown from that behavior. Every time people try to raise our people to a higher level, y'all always want to reach in the back and bring up what the past did. Okay, they did it. So why are we not growing from their negative behavior? Why are we repeating the same cycles? Right?
Right.
Now, people want to get up here and say, oh, well, we were listening to Trina. No, the ghetto children was listening to Trina.
Right.
The children who didn't want to listen to their parents was sneaking around listening to Trina. Because real black parents separated the ghetto music from the music that the children was able to listen to.
Come on now. Come on now. And I think that's what we doing. We fighting against the ratchet part of society. It's almost like a civil war in the black community where some of us want to stay la-di-da, and then it's the, oh, don't nobody want to hear that shit, Sharif. Are we talking that blackety black stuff? But so we can tell who was raised that way and who was raised the other way. And it ain't got nothing to do with being old school or nothing like that. It's just about if you conscious enough to know what you feeding your children gonna come out, you wouldn't do that. You wouldn't do that to them.
Real black parents back in the day kept a child in a child's place. The parents and the children were not partying together. Mm-hmm. When the children got in the car, the mothers changed the music. These days, black women do not care about their children, so they introduce their children to the toxic world that they live into.
Come on now.
When we were kids, we actually had kid artists. The entertainment industry has told the black parents, fuck your children. They're not going to have a childhood no more. We're going to skip the childhood and make them into grown, sexualized adults.
Man, is she spitting the facts? That's the facts. That is the physics. That's what I'm saying, man.
Literally. There is no children artist today. There's none. There is no in between. There is no teenage music. It is either you're a kitty kid or you're a grown adult at 12, 11, 10, 9. Why is your 5-year-old singing spin that shit?
Why? And then when they say it around you, you want to whoop their little tail, but you got it in heavy rotation in the back seat of the car. Yeah, protect the innocence, man. That's what I'm talking about, man. Like, that's what's getting me, man. Like, we wasn't kids at one time. Like, we wasn't affected by the hip-hop they put on us, man. That was like a nuclear bomb, man, that blew off on us, man. How many homeboys you know went to jail living that life? Got shot, got this, got that. How many people do you know? And what was they banging? What was they influence? Come on, you can't tell me it ain't no influence. Shut up. I don't want to hear it. We know now. We now know. The cat's out the bag, fam. She's spitting facts, man.
I would have never behaved that way. I understand that in 2026, all of the music that is put out into the black community is very much self-hatred.
Man, I say this all the time. If you listen to music, that's why my playlist is way, like, it's so diverse. I be on Spotify looking for different musics to put my mind in a different mood. Because, fam, let them tell it, man. You supposed to be walking around with your blammer ready to take the next black person's head off at every second of the day while simultaneously taking his female and doing what you want with her and giving her back while high on various different drugs. That's it. That's all. That's it. It's very sad. It's sad because look how we got to degrade ourselves to get on. You know, they set it up that way. They let a few of us pass. It ain't a secret that most of the rappers and artists sound retarded in their speech patterns and all. It's rappers that talk regular, and when they rap, they sound retarded like Plies. Come on, man. I'm on the I stand with India Arie on this side.
That's not how we was raised. We was not raised on self-hatred. We was raised on love. Talib Kweli, India Arie, Mos Def, Lupe Fiasco, my motherfucking favorite, Dead Prez. I love them. Mos Def. Common. Erica Badu, Jill Scott, the Queen.
And notice how they wiped all that out. We had a little neo soul for a minute. That none of it gone. What happened to backpack hip hop? It's done. It's over. But the reason why it's over is because we let them do it. And we see the pushback. We not only let the industry do it by accepting the music and still banging it regardless because it had a nice beat, but we also did it by not taking a bigger stand on that. Like we finna do. You know what's finna happen right now? Kendrick kind of started it, but that's why we having these conversations is because we taking it back, man. We taking it all back. We taking the shopping back. We taking our mental space back. We taking our music back. We taking our conscious thought back. We taking everything back. And it's going to be some bumps along the road, y'all. It ain't going to be easy taking it all back. You can see we taking our identity back, and that's got the whole world in a tizzy. Y'all can't be Black Americans. You can't. So we already know that there's the yin and yang. I talk about the yin and yang all the time, right? But come on, man. Not only do we think about us, let's think about the cheering. What about the cheering?
And the roots. And there's more and more and more. I am so sick and tired of the hood boogers, the black people who do not want to grow and develop. Y'all, we're going from this to this. This girl tells you to lick niggas' booty holes. She's making lip gloss called chlamydia. Are you serious? Every time people get up here and try to lead the community in a different way, all of the white supremacist black people fight to stay in that same mindset. A lot of black people are gonna have to be left behind.
See, and listen, this is the great thing about the community. I cannot agree with, her presentation, but what she talking about is what she talking about, because we're not a monolith, but as long as we can agree on being on code, and being on code is acting, out what's good for the group, because we all we got, right? We only as strong as our weakest link. And if we got these weak link people out here that think it's cool to poison our next generation, we got an issue, and we got to talk about it. We got to speak up on it. We got to. I felt compelled to do it. I got other episodes lined up for today because, that's what I was going to do. But this one I had to come on out with real quick because it's serious. It's disheartening how quality music seems to have been taken from the mass appeal. Yeah, man, it's by design. We know what happened. That's what I'm saying. Another thing is, like, we got to stop acting like we don't, just like we know the mass incarceration and the drug epidemic and we know about the music too. We seen it. We see it happening. We see it. It's not like this is some old happened back in this ain't the civil rights movement. This is the hip hop revolution. We watched this happen to us, from self-destruction to spin that, all in the same gang to spin that. We seen it. It is very real. A lot of labels pay big money to put certain music in. We know who own the labels. We know what their aim is and what people they're trying to get rid of. Those pesky people that keep claiming that they are the real ones or who they fake to be. Right? We know they play both sides. They don't care about black people or white people, them certain people, those that we can't speak of. You know who's in charge by those you can't speak of. So those you can't speak of gave us what we got. And because we was already indoctrinated from the music we got people out right now that think it's okay to give it to the children. And it's not. It's not. It's never going to be. It's not. I don't care. I don't care. You know? I had a lot more opposing opinions, like people who was really going in on India Arie and all of that. But I'm not giving them a space to say that BS. We just gonna keep it on a positive note. You understand what I'm saying? Like, keep it on a positive note, because I got faith in us and we're all doing the right thing. I appreciate everybody tapping into the real about what's going on. You know how I'm gonna do. I'm gonna bring, and I got a strong opinion about it too. And it is what it is. It can't be no other way. Hold on, let me see. Let me go ahead. There was a couple other people that I did want to make sure I let shine before we got out of here, because it was kind of deep. But some of them had like way too much cussing, and I see I got the message across without the cussing. Here goes another example of somebody not taking accountability. And I hate to make assumptions, but I'm gonna let y'all be the judge.
This is the last thing I'm gonna say about this, and then I'm gonna move on because I don't want to tussle. But this idea that rappers are the reason that young children are doing things like scamming and boosting is ridiculous. And if y'all went into the communities to actually talk to the children that y'all are talking about, you would understand that they're doing it as a means of survival. It is because they are living in devastation. I hate to be the one to break it to you. We grew up listening to Who Shot Ya?
Here we go. We grew up listening to. We grew up listening to. Same old story. Every time we try to bring people up, but we used to listen to. Come on, fam. Come on. I can't even respect it. Like, really, like, fam, I can't respect it, dog. I can't do it, dog. But let me go ahead
and hit them up. You know what I'm saying? And ain't never bust nothing at nobody a day in my life.
Right.
It didn't happen.
But just because you didn't go as far as to shoot somebody doesn't mean that you didn't play out other negative characteristics of said slop music that we was fed. See, that's what I'm saying. You ain't keeping it real. From the way you dress, to the way you walk, to the way you talk, and some of the stuff you did, some of the attitudes you carry, some of the song lyrics that you randomly blurt out during random situations in life. I know we all do it. And even if you don't blurt it out, you be thinking it in your head. Stop lying. That's what I'm saying. Like, the lies has got to stop. Don't act like y'all don't think out, say out random lyrics in your head, even to the point where it might be a song that you don't like, but you heard it so many times on the radio, something happened in life, and bam, you relate that situation with the song you don't even like, but you know the song you don't even like because it's been played so many times. I don't think people is just being honest. And then I be questioning people's, level of integrity towards the group. It really looks like that we do have an issue with people not having racial self-esteem. People lack racial self-esteem because they lack personal self-esteem. If you want to sit up and let people in these songs talk to you about you, because they're talking to you because you're not living the lifestyle that they're talking about, and they're talking about victimizing somebody that doesn't live their lifestyle. So they're talking about you, and somehow in your head you're like, they ain't talking about me. Nuh-uh, they talking about somebody else. They ain't talking about me. Yeah, they talking about you, nigga. Yeah, they talking about you. When they talking about taking your broad, they're talking about taking your broad. When they talking about finessing you, they talking about finessing you. I think there's a lot of dishonesty, man. Like a lot of immaturity still. A lot of people of us still living our second childhoods, and unfortunately, that second childhood is spilling over to the shorties, right? I ain't gonna hold you, but I'm gonna mold you, fold you, and scold you about being on code, and I got 4 words for you. I need you to go ahead and subscribe for the vibes, like for the spike, comment your vomit, share if you care about getting Black empowerment everywhere. Please do that on the platforms that we are on, Jones. And just to bring it on home, I got love, peace, blessings, and aloha out the Doha for Shoha. You already know. You good.